Welcome back to Guns and Gadgets, your premier source for Second Amendment news. Excuse the voice. I am just getting over the crud from SHOT Show or Philadelphia or the airplane. Either way, I've been knocked out for about 2 days. But today we're diving into a major legislative battle in Missouri with the return of the best Pro 2A bill / law I've seen. And it's the return of the Second Amendment Preservation Act. You've heard this bill before on this channel, and it's had a very bumpy ride, facing legal challenges and constitutional debates. But it's back and it's making waves in the state legislature. Before we break it all down, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below and turn on your notification bell so that you never miss an update on the fight to retain our Second Amendment rights. A big shout out to Brownells for sponsoring today's video. Brownells has been a trusted source for tools, parts, and gear for over 80 years. And if you support the Second Amendment, support the businesses that stand with us. Check them out at Brownells, and there's still 4 days to get entered into win my precision build that I did with them for free. Go over to their Instagram page, click the link in their bio, scroll all the way down to Creator Build, and enter. There's 4 days left. All right, let's get into it. Missouri's Second Amendment Preservation Act was originally passed in 2021 and it was designed to prevent state and local authorities from enforcing federal gun laws that go beyond Missouri's own regulations. In short, the state said, we're not going to enforce unconstitutional federal overreach on firearms. However, that law was struck down last year by the 8th Circuit U.S. Court of Appeals, which ruled it unconstitutional under the Supremacy Clause of the United States Constitution, essentially saying that federal law trumps state law. But that hasn't stopped Missouri state lawmakers. The bill's sponsor, Senator Rick Bratton, is bringing the bill back with revisions to keep it alive. So what's different this time? Well, according to Bratton, the bill has been reshuffled to comply with the court's ruling. It removes explicit references to federal agencies. It focuses solely on state and local enforcement instead of targeting federal entities. And it updates the bill's statement of purpose to avoid the same legal pitfalls that it had last time. But the core principle remains the same. Missouri does not want to help enforce federal gun laws that go beyond what the state has decided is constitutional. Now let's talk about the fight over this bill. Supporters argue that it's necessary to have this bill become a law to protect gun rights from federal overreach, regardless of who's in the White House. Meaning this bill would be needed even under the Trump administration because bureaucrats in Washington, D.C. don't always have our best interest at heart, something we all can agree with. Opponents, however, including some in law enforcement, say this bill could hinder crime-fighting efforts. In fact, when the original law passed, some police departments in Missouri stopped sharing gun crime data with federal agencies, which opponents claim make it harder to fight crime. Does it though? Now, law enforcement leaders say that this bill will create major obstacles for officers, while groups like Moms Demand Action are using Missouri's high firearm-related death rates to argue against it. Of course, 2/3 of those numbers are probably BS. We know how they misuse all those numbers across the country. So what's next for Senate Bill 23? Well, the committee overseeing it is led by State Senator Travis Fitzwater, and he said that they plan to act quickly on this bill, meaning it could see movement very, very soon. So if you live in Missouri, it's now time to burn up the phone lines calling your state legislators and tell them to support the bill. Meanwhile, friend of the channel, Missouri Attorney General Andrew Bailey, has appealed the 8th Circuit Court's ruling to the original SAPA, Second Amendment Preservation Act, to the United States Supreme Court, asking them to review the old law's rejection, hoping to get a ruling in favor of states' authority on gun laws. Now, we should know in 6 to 8 weeks whether the Supreme Court will take up the case or not, just like we're waiting for the Snope v. Brown case, the assault weapon ban and magazine restrictions, just like we're still waiting on the Ocean State Tactical versus Rhode Island, another magazine restriction case. Friday, they'll look at it again Friday, and either Friday or Monday we'll know if they're going to take it up or wait another week or not take it up. So stay tuned to the channel because I'll let you know as soon as it happens. Now make no mistake, this battle is far from over in Missouri. If the bill passes, expect more legal challenges from the anti-gun groups. If it gets blocked, Missouri gun rights advocates will likely push for another version down the road. Either way, I'll be covering every step of the fight here on Guns and Gadgets. So what do you think? Should Missouri be able to ignore federal gun laws? Is this bill a win for freedom, or will it cause more problems for law enforcement? Let me know what you think down in the comments below. I can't wait to read them. And before you go, make sure you hit the subscribe button and turn on all the notifications down there so that you don't miss any future updates here on the channel. We need to stay informed and engaged if we want to protect our rights. And once again, a huge thank you to Brownells for sponsoring today's video. Check them out for all your tools, parts, and accessories needs. And until the next one, stay armed, stay vigilant, and stay free, America. Take care.